Welcome to the Customer Management IQ video interview series. I'm your host, Corey Bennett, and today we are on site at Call Center Week in Las Vegas. Joining me right now is Jane Judd, as well as Marlene Kaniguski. They're here from Zappos.com today. Jane is the Senior Manager of the Customer Loyalty Team, and Marlene, who will be joining me in a minute, is the Manager of the Customer Loyalty Team, also at Zappos. Their presentation that they just finished up recently is titled, Building a Customer-Focused Culture to Fuel Success and Growth. They both join me to talk a bit about that. Jane, thanks so much for joining.
Thanks, Corey.
So I wanted to start off, Zappos has some practices that might look a bit interesting to outside companies, one of which that I've read about is having a professional life coach on site at your contact center.
Yes.
So is this still the case? What did he bring to the Zappos offices? And what advice have you learned from that you could give to other organizations? And how has this impacted your culture and customer loyalty?
Great question.
It's a packed question.
Yeah, it is. Wow.
Go.
So Dr. Vic was our life coach. Dr. Vic actually retired.
Oh, wow.
So, but you know, he was great. He was on staff, and actually, we have a new person that actually has fulfilled that role. So we took somebody inside of Zappos, and actually, the great thing is her journey. She actually started out in the customer loyalty team.
Interesting.
And so she's been taking classes to become coach certified. And so she actually has the Dr. Vic office, and people can still be in the chair and get their picture taken. But what really she has carried on is, so all new hires that come to Zappos kind of get, she goes into the class and speaks to them and encourages them to set a 30-day goal.
Okay.
So she meets with them regularly for 30 days, and they establish goals. And what also the coaching is not only just for the customer loyalty, it's actually for the whole company.
Oh, interesting.
So if anybody wants to set a 30-day goal, and it can be work-related or personal, they just set up an appointment with their coach, Augusta, and actually do the goals. And it's really exciting because every 30 days, she actually hosts a celebration, and we get to recognize the employees that have actually done their 30-day goals.
Oh, that's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
and what impact have you seen on the customer loyalty end?
I think it's great because, you know, some people maybe weren't as focused on what they really, even a career path they wanted to take. And I think she's been able to have them pick one goal, you know, and accomplish that goal instead of being so many goals that it becomes overwhelming. And
I feel like I'm always setting 30-day goals
and you don't
never
accomplish
adhering
it,
to them.
right?
Just
so
get
I think
overwhelmed.
that has helped them with their career journey. I think too that some people have been able to financially save to buy a car, you know, so they feel really proud that they've been able to get a car and make it to work on time. So, you know, I think that's just been a really great thing, is to have that life coach on duty.
Another part of that career journey you mentioned is the advancement and rewards program that Zappo has. I know I've read that you guys are very much of the sense that let's give incremental rewards instead of waiting 18 months and then doing just one big promotion. Can you tell me a bit about that program, what exactly it entails, and the impact you think it's had on your customer loyalty team?
You mean as far as rewards that we give to employees, or?
Sure, rewards and promotions as well. I guess kind of both ends.
Okay, so we kind of have a journey guide, is what we call it, in our customer loyalty program, because we feel that, you know, your progression is really your own journey. It's not driven by me or someone else telling you where you should be. So it's more of a journey guide, and in our customer loyalty team, we actually build our whole progression around skill sets. So it kind of meets our core values, and one of those is to pursue growth and learning. And we don't really do merits, as in some call centers maybe do that. It's all based on skill sets. So for instance, if you wanted to join the live chat team and learn that skill set, you definitely can join that team, and then usually it's like a 4-month rotation, and you rotate out. And once you've done that, you get a small increase, and then you can join another team and another team. And we have like 21 different skill sets.
It's a well-rounded employee in the end.
Yeah, so right, we have a great resource pool, and you know, it's a great thing. And then we also have another path where they can become a senior rep to the leadership path. So there's different paths. It depends whatever journey they want. And you're right, it has created a great learning and a great resource for everybody.
And definitely many studies have tied engaged employees to increased customer loyalty. I assume you're seeing a lot of that as well as the result of some of these programs. What are the metrics that you've tied to that increased customer loyalty?
So we do have like a happiness survey that our company actually puts out every month, and it kind of gives us a check and balance of, how happy are our employees, and what more can we do for them? And you're right, if we have happy employees, we have happy customers.
Yeah.
So, we ask like 5 questions just to make sure people are happy, they're engaged, they like it here, if there's something we can do better. Even in our customer loyalty team, we did like an all hands meeting just for our customer service group and, let them ask questions. And in fact, last week, the management team actually kind of did an Ask Anything. So for the whole week, we set up different times, and people could actually come in to this conference room and ask us anything.
Wow.
And, so we're really trying to provide any kind of open communication.
Any good ideas that came out of
There
that
were
Ask Us Anything?
lots of good ideas, on things that, you just don't think of. Or, people even just came in to say they really liked that we were doing that, because we don't have offices. We sit on the floor with our reps, and they just really like that we're open to anything.
So Zappos definitely has, a culture that they love to promote. I know that you guys formalize this culture into 10 steps. If you could, tell me a bit about the process. How were those 10 core values determined, and then how do you educate employees on these 10 core values?
Right. So when I started, in fact, I just had my 6-year anniversary.
Congrats.
Thanks. We had, I think it was like 47 core values. And so Tony Shea, our CEO, we decided that was just too many. Like, no one's going to really follow them or believe them or even know what they were.
Yeah.
So Tony was great. He put out this email to the company kind of asking our opinions of what would you like to see. And so it was actually, I think it was February 14th, 2006, because, Valentine's Day. So we all kind of remember that.
Sure.
That we actually narrowed it down to 10 core values. And so it's great because we didn't want to have core values that you stick on a plaque on a wall, no one believes in, no one remembers. So we made them, Tony's very good at making them very short, so we remember them. But the great thing is when you do start at Zappos, it's part of the new hire training that they spend a lot of time going over our core values, so people know. And in fact, even in the customer loyalty team, we actually pick a core value every month and celebrate it. And so that it isn't something that's just on the wall. We really
value
spend
of the month
time.
campaign.
Exactly.
Cool.
We did like, a prom theme around one of them, So we try to make it fun, as well, but yet there's meaning behind it.
Great. Well, Jane, I appreciate all your insight, and I'll bring on Marlene in a minute.
Great. Thanks, Corey. I appreciate it.
Yeah. And for our viewers out there, stay tuned. We'll bring on Marlene to talk a bit more about Zappos in a minute.